we are. It's Why We Love Horror. We're reviewing movies. I'm JWMaher, and that is Aaron Brooks. Boy, do we have a show for you today. Aaron, how you feeling?
Oh man, I'm not feeling great, John. We saw Lee Cronin's The Mummy, and I'm going to call it by its proper name. You probably saw it in the title, which I decided this is going to be the title. Evil Dead Egypt.
Yes,
has come up, and I understand that other people have this critique about the movie, but it's because it's what the movie was. This movie is not a mummy movie; it is an Evil Dead movie without humor.
I feel, and I said this in my review, Lee Cronin is fucking angry. He's angry that he did not get to do all the Evil Dead movies. Like Evil Dead Rise, I'm a huge fan of, and I think a lot of people are huge fans of it too.
I'm okay with it. It's fine.
I think people like it. I think it's in the shape, the direction the franchise goes in. I think he feels that way too. And the fact that he was not gifted Evil Dead Burn, Evil Dead Wrath, he is now taking it out on us, and he's aligned himself with known haters of horror fans, Blumhouse, to destroy a Universal Monsters franchise. Now, maybe we're being a little too harsh. Is this the worst movie I've seen all year? It is not. There's plenty of nice things to say about it. We'll get into the nice stuff, but let me do a plot synopsis.
Sure.
And I might sound like I'm mocking the movie in the plot synopsis. It's probably because I am. So we get the cold open where we find out that there is a family in Egypt that is basically keeping a mummy, and when I say it's a mummy, it's not like your Karis, Universal Monsters mummy. It is a mummy that is passed from body to body. Like a mummified person needs to be in this sarcophagus, in this person's property, to prevent a flood in a desert, which seems like a good thing, but it's a bad thing. The flood would hurt these 5 people, so they go about and they kidnap people in society to replenish this mummy, because the mummy, it's a demon that needs a body, and then it uses up the body, it needs a new body. That's the mummy in this movie. And then Jack Rayner plays an American TV journalist, and his wife, Larissa or whatever, is a nurse, and they're in Egypt because that's where his assignment is, and they live there for a little bit. The daughter is the one that happens to get abducted to replenish this mummy, and then when the family tries to rearrange how the curse works, they lose the sarcophagus, they find her body, and her body's taken out of the sarcophagus, and hijinks ensue for over 2 hours.
Yes.
That is Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Almost 2 hours and 20 minutes.
I've said the word mummy so many times that you might think it's a mummy movie. The Mummy is just the vehicle that we get every Evil Dead trope where Lee Cronin is not doing himself favors. They're going to just say you're like a Sam Raimi wannabe, I feel, after all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing in the different, a lot of people, if you're a fan of Evil Dead Rise, maybe you'll be a fan of this, but I don't think even necessarily that either, because it is so serious, throughout the movie. Also, there's not a lot of kills. How many people die in the movie? 2, 3?
Well, I mean, one of the kills is there's somebody who dies, and I'm going to put spoilers up. There's somebody who dies who's they are dead. There's no way anybody survives it. At the end of the movie, they're alive. But you got the 2 brothers in the plane crash.
Yeah.
The grandmother.
The grandma, yeah.
And then I guess.
Yeah, and there's some gross.
So we'll say 4.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of killing. There's some gross moments. There's some people are saying this movies really mean. I guess I'm a little jaded. Damien Rugna's of the world and others this doesn't hold a candle to that.
It's mean for the Blumhouse crowd. For the Blumhouse crowd, this is mean. For horror fans, it's not mean.
Yeah, and Blumhouse is not my friend, never was my friend, and I went into this with an open mind, but yeah, it was boring. It was long. It's really long. Technically, I think some of it was impressive, but it's everybody had the complaints and it's weird because some of the Blumhouse movies I end up, I guess, decent or liking. Wolfman, for example, far superior to this in pretty much every way for me. And this movie isn't a mummy movie. So I heard that kind of criticism with the Wolfman movie. I didn't get it with people being it wasn't a Wolfman movie. It was. And this isn't a mummy movie. It really is Evil Dead Egypt. Like, I don't know how else to put it.
It does the Exorcist tropes too, like we said.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If you liked Evil Dead Rise, like there's parts of this movie like, oh, this is cool, but then Lee Cronin like rips himself off wholesale. There's that scene in Evil Dead Rise where the mother is outside the apartment and the youngest daughter is inside the apartment, and they're having that exchange through the door.
Yes.
They do that same exact scene in this movie.
Right.
It's just the sisters are talking through the door.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. Lee Cronin loves him some Lee Cronin. I get that.
Lee Cronin is a fan of Lee Cronin.
It's really tough for me too because Jack Rayner, I'm really torn on him at this point because he's been in two of my like favorite movies of this century, in Sing Street and Midsommar, but he's not very much. There's not very much range here. He does the Midsommar stare off here big time in the third act, where like I was like, oh, we lost him. We've lost Jack. Jack is gone. I was
like, when this happens, bad things happen after to Jack.
Like, it's just like I'm ready to see his dick, but we didn't. There's no nudity in this movie. There is gore, but like it's not like gross. It's supposed to be gross, but it didn't gross me out. Like for me, there's like a lot of the like tropes of like edgy horror in this too. Like there's like 10 broken noses. There's 4 kills, but 10 broken noses. But every time it's a broken nose, like there's no impact from the broken nose. Like they're not breathing weird. They're not like nothing. Their face, they're just red.
The grandmother snored the night her nose got broken. That's about it.
Yes, that's true. And going to that scene, like so Katie, the little girl, she's good. The little girl is a good, creepy little girl. Bravo. Like, okay. Like the little girls in Exorcist Believer were creepy too. Like, I don't think it's hard to be a creepy little girl. Little girls are creepy. I don't need to tell you, you have one.
I have one.
But yeah, exactly. You have used to do shit for this channel. But it's like with this, with that, it's like, that's great. She comes back and it's like the classic trope of nothing matters. My daughter's back after 8 years. I will see past all of it. My daughter's back. There's that character with the mother. And like, then there's the whole family, like putting their face like this close to Katie. Like, it's just like, you're just like,
yeah, I gotta say, like, I feel like in movies like this where you have like the mother character where like I don't care, that's my daughter. Like maybe I don't, but because when they get Katie back, she's like Sloth from the Goonies fucked up.
Yes,
but and also there's just like, but the doctor's like her vitals are good. She looks like shit.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah, like it's not even like there's a slow decomposition. Like she's a little fucked up. They get her fucked up. Yes. Like, and the nail clipping scene, like I don't know, when I clipped that first nail, I'm like, you know what, we need to go to a podiatrist. We need a specialist.
We need to go to a doctor.
We need a specialist in here. I'm going to stop this. I shouldn't need to use all of my bicep strength to clip a toenail, but hey, this mom loves her daughter that much.
We don't get a mother's love as fathers. We are only father's love, which sometimes is featured in movies, but a mother's love goes beyond reality, I guess. And like things like if someone's like, hey, it's been 8 years, she looks like shit, she'd be like, stop, don't you talk about Katie that way.
She's not even recovering. Her hair is never gonna recover. No.
It's like this for me. I dozed off 4 or 5 times in this movie. It's 2.5 hours long. It was 10:30 at night, and it got delayed, started because they were cleaning the theater still at 10:40.
Oh, that theater was destroyed. People were complaining. It did not start off well.
But like we saw this in the best of settings. We had the Dolby theater. The sound design was good. Like we had like the creepy crawling and like the talking, like whispering, because there's also people talking behind us the whole movie.
I didn't know the difference. I was like, is that what movie or are these people?
I wasn't sure. Sometimes it was. Sometimes
I kept going like.
It was like
here, but in the Dolby theater, the things are so high up, I can't see behind me. I'm like,
right.
All right, so that's got to be the movie then.
I think most of the time it was the movie, which is kind of bad that the movie comes across like chatter in the theater, but whatever. I don't know.
The visual effects, the gore effects are good. Like Lee Cronin can deliver that. Like
that's in all his movies.
Yeah, him and the team he assembles are good at it. But it's like every scene had to have something injected. Like if you like spit and vomit and peeling skin and like minor medical procedures going awry and like gunshot wounds and broken noses and like you're gonna get it. I will talk about like the antagonist, like the Layla's the girl, Layla's mother, who like is the ringleader of the Egyptian cult that mummifies people.
Mm-hmm.
The detective character is also good, Detective Zaki or whatever. She's probably the best character in the movie. Yeah. She shoots this lady in the fucking heart, and they're in the middle of nowhere, and then she leaves her to bleed out while she chases the daughter to like figure out to solve the mystery. At the end of the movie, this woman who was shot in the fucking heart, survived it, and there's like no explanation as to how she fucking did it, like. And but she exists just to like they had to tack on that coda where the good guys kind of win, I guess, at the end.
It's Blumhouse. Sorry, Bumhouse. This is just like, this is like, again, this is a movie that I punish in my rating, which we'll get to in a minute here, but like because like I was disappointed by it. I felt like there was a ton of bones here to be a good movie, and I don't think it should be this hard to make a mummy movie when you're supposed to make a mummy movie. This is not.
They did not make a mummy movie. Like even like the Brendan Fraser like action adventure mummy was like an honest effort. This is like this has a mummy concept in an Evil Dead movie, and we didn't even get into the fact that like throughout the movie you're gonna be like, I've seen that.
Yes,
I've seen that. Like The Exorcist, Hereditary, Wreck. Like there's scenes that are just like not wholesale lifted, but it's like that. That's what they did. They did that.
Right. And it's from like the last 10 to 15 years of movies. It's not even ripping off things from the 70s and 80s anymore. We're just ripping off things from earlier A24 movies. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. But let's get to the ratings. I'll go first, I think, because I'm kinder. This time we'll do the kinder ratings first. I think on the strength of Lee Cronin assembling like an effects team and the fact that there's like just good set pieces and there's good scenes, like you'll sit through like some what the fucks and you're like, oh, that's cool. Especially in the third act, like when from like the funeral or the wake scene onward, they have the pedal to the metal. It's maybe a little too late at that point, but they're throwing everything at you. Like there's a lot of times in the movie where like I laughed because like it was just like I was like, holy shit, that's fucked up, or I was like, oh cool, but like it wasn't enough to like for me to go, yeah, you need to go see this movie. I'm at a 3. I'm like right at the line of like, all right,
yeah. I mean, and that's probably closer to it. Mine's a little more reactionary. I originally had a 2.5. I put it at 2 this morning. I've slept on it. I don't like this movie at all. This would like be right in like the upper pantheon of terrible Blumhouse movies, which a 2 is. Like most of the bad ones are a 1, so it's like upper tier of that. But it's not one of the good Blumhouse movies. Like there's probably a good 5 to 10 really good Blumhouse movies besides Get Out. But like, yeah, this isn't one of them. I was really disappointed with it. I hope I don't ever have to watch it again.
Well, if you made this far in the video, we appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Check out the Letterboxd challenge here. We watch mostly good movies. We will not lead you astray.
I haven't watched anything as bad as Lee Cronin's The Mummy this year.
Yeah, and I do feel bad that Lee Cronin felt the need to put his name in the title of the movie, like he's Lee Daniels. I guess it's a Lee thing.
Yeah.
Lee Daniels, the butler. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. I respect you, but you should have done that. But until next time, I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. We'll see you next time.